mud, and rain threatened to make a wash of the previous round of the ATV National Motocross Championship. Riders were shedding goggles, getting stuck, and running into mechanical problems all over the Sunset Ridge MX Park. But at the end of Moto 1, it was Joel Hetrick, a rider who had already faced tough luck in the rain earlier this year, raging to the win. Moto 2 would start with an early pileup. Then Hetrick's engine started going south, while leader Thomas Brown started having goggle problems. Hetrick's machine came to a halt. Brown got held up by a lap rider in his way, and through it all, Chad Wienen would go on to take a win and add more points to his total. When the luck gets bad for everyone, it seems those are the days where Wienen rides best. Is there anything Hetrick can do? Next from Unadilla. Historic Unadilla Valley Sports Center here in upstate New York, 7th round of the ATV National Motocross Championship sanctioned by AMA Pro Racing. Officially, it is the NYCM Insurance Northeastern ATV National. Amateur classes, of course, getting a rare moment to race on this track, which is not open year-round, only for one national a year. There's our youth riders out on the track, then big autograph sessions where the youth get to meet the pros, including the likes of Nick Janusa, and newcomers to the class like Hayden Mickelson, and the 26th, it's Brandon Hogue. Sammy Rowe, 38, is a veteran though. Wesley Wolf working his way through the ranks, showing top 5 speed. Wesley Lewis on that back in black, number 79. Dylan Tremelin could be a contender today, and good to see the number 9, Parker Wawerka back. 563, Jaron Cochran. There's Alan Myers, the young Yamaha pilot who's opened some eyes this year. Jeffrey Rastrelli, always a contender for podiums. And we have a guest, Jose Guerrera from Argentina on the number 18. We'll see how well he can adapt. There's Thomas Brown's machine getting the rinse off, but Brown bumped off the podium with bad luck at the last race. Yes, Cody Ford, a breakthrough on the box at our last event.
It was awesome to get on the podium for the first time. I mean, a lot of people have worked their whole careers at it, and we did it in 6 rounds, what's taken people years. And it's just awesome. Now we just need to carry that momentum throughout the whole year, because you know, our first half of the season wasn't that good, but it was an awesome race at Sunset, and we're hoping to keep that momentum going.
Now let's change the focus to the winner of the last race at Sunset Ridge. And it's a man gunning for his 7th championship in this division, the ever-consistent Chad Wienen.
Making our way up to Unadilla up in the northeast. This track's a lot of fun to ride, so fast, and a lot of risk out there. So we got a pretty decent, comfortable points lead. Goals coming into this weekend are, try to maintain that lead. And today's track, it's very fast, not a whole lot of bumps out there, so the risk factor is pretty high. So I'm going to pick my motos when I'm going to push, and when, just try to make sure that I just run clean laps and not try to override the machine. And so today, kind of see where I gate coming out of the first turn, and base off of that and how other riders are pushing. So it'll be kind of like a, in the moment kind of decision. So I'm gonna just go out there and have fun, not try to hold back, and just ride my own race that I know I can ride and have fun.
So there is his championship rival. That's Joel Hetrick. He's got to win motos and try to put the pressure back on Wienen. Could start today. We'll talk to him when we return. ATV Motocross is brought to you by Rocky Mountain ATV MC and by Maxxis. Jose Guerrera and the rest of the field getting ready for qualifying here at the NYCM Insurance Northeastern National. It's Brandon Hogue, Thomas Brown, Nick Janusa. What we're going to do, practice, but also qualify at the same time. And you're getting your first look at the big air these riders are capable of. Now, Unadilla has been around for 50 years now, primarily a bike track. But the high speeds and flowing sections, it really works for ATVs. One of the most wide open tracks on the two-wheel motocross circuit, so it works for the ATVs. Here's the sky shot jump. Alan Myers will work his way through the infield, gets a little technical through there, and they work their way back up. There's the big sky shot. Cody Ford. Sammy Rowe getting over that step up. Hayden Mickelson of the Phoenix Racing Honda throwing it sideways. It's not racing, it's just practice, but a nice battle. Good to see Parker Werwerka running the pace like he used to, now back in the series. Dylan Tremelin going by. Jaron Cochran wide open down the start stretch. Wes Lewis as well. There's Guerrera out of Argentina. Really will be interesting to see where his level is compared to the American riders. Hetrick, DirtNation.com, fastest qualifier. That's no surprise. He gets those awards a lot. He is definitely fast, but he has been luckless. 3 different mud motos this year where he's had mechanical problems. It's cost him a ton of points. Let's check in with the 88.
Just finished up qualifier number 2 with the top spot. Feeling really good today. One of my fastest laps on the track was like lap 3, so I'm pretty confident here. I've had really good finishes. Today I'm pushing for that 1-1 spot, of course, just like any other race, but if not, I'd like to get on the podium. It's gonna be tight racing. The times are really close from 1st to 5th, so it's gonna be interesting to see where everyone stands, and it is a long moto, so that's gonna come into play. It's hot today, a little humid, and I'm ready for it. I'm super pumped to be back at Dilla. Super fun track, and I'm ready to go out there and mix it up with everyone.
2-moto format, of course, today they are wheeling his Phoenix Racing Honda to the line. Let's see if Hetrick can carry the speed from qualifying into the races. We'll be right back. ATV Motocross is brought to you by Rocky Mountain ATV MC and by Maxxis. Locked and loaded, bringing the fastest 4-wheel ATV motocross riders in the world to the gate at the legendary Unadilla Valley Sports Center. Going to be a high-speed right-hand first turn. We're on board with Joel Hetrick. And Hetrick's got it. Check another box. Fast in qualifying. Now has the whole shot. Thomas Brown right in there behind him. On board, Rocky Mountain ATV MC camera with Janusa as they drop into Gravity Cavity. And Hetrick takes a look over to see his lead. Looks like Rastrelli and Hogue duking it out for 3rd. And Wienen trying to get in there. New section as they jump back into view of the fans. Hogue not taking any gruff from anyone, including the champ, Wienen. The rookie has been opening eyes this year. Riding very well today. And Janusa now up to the back of this train. That's right behind Wienen, who's on the outside looking in of this podium battle. Hogue, look at that, has taken over 2nd from Brown. We'll go for a ride with Hetrick. Brown losing some time here on that white Yamaha with the black gear. Battling it out with Wienen, you can see it from Janusa. There's the sky shot jump. Hogue's best moto finish this year, a 4th. Right now running 2nd as Hetrick's about to head uphill. You can hear how slippery it is. Hetrick not able to get on the gas or bring the revs up hard like he probably would like to out of these corners. He's got to be mindful of the traction. And what a battle we have. Hogue, Rastrelli, Brown, Wienen, Janusa here going at it. 4-pack into Gravity Cavity at once. Hogue, last year's Pro-Am champ. What a ride for the rookie in the Pro class today. And you see the lead Hetrick is already building up. See these big berms? I'm telling you, the Unadilla track works well for the ATVs. There you see the gap again. Hetrick continues to pull away, but not because Hogue is holding anyone up. He has a little bit of an edge on Rastrelli and the rest of the field. So Hogue, not just a roadblock out there, holding his own and hold on to that. Hetrick into that right-hander a little bit too fast. Reins it back in. And then again uphill. This is Hogue in 2nd. and I don't hear anyone right behind him. So this is a breakthrough day, potentially. And also great news if you're Hedrick. You've been waiting for years for some new blood to get up there and potentially shove themselves between he and Wienen in a moto. And it is happening here. Hoag's in it. Brown and Rastrelli having good days, and they've pushed Wienen back. Oh, now the move! Brown found an opening and did the rest of the work. So he fought his way back around his old rival Rastrelli. Those two have had great races over the last, I'd say, 3 seasons. They've been a fairly equal match. Brown gets around Rastrelli after Rastrelli got him early, then shoves his way past Hoag for second. Now Hoag's got to try to hold off Rastrelli and Wienen. And Janusa in the hunt there also. You can see Rastrelli picking up the pace. He's on the inside of Hoag. Let's see if he can make the move here. Does he have it? Wheel to wheel. Rastrelli gets by the rookie. Great battle for second still at Unadilla. But up front, all Hedrick can do is win and hope he can make up ground on Wienen. ATV Motocross is brought to you by Rocky Mountain ATV MC and by Maxxis. On board with Joel Hedrick, leading so far from the start of this race, and maybe all the way to the end. He's got a commanding gap right now. Brandon Hoag has been in a battle, finally getting pushed back. It looks like both Rastrelli and now Wienen have made the move, and then Wienen gets around Rastrelli. It's what Wienen does time and time again. Late in the race, he finds his natural spot in the order, which almost inevitably is up on the podium, and now he's in third after running 5th in this one that looked dire for a little while. And Wienen wants more. He wants to get around the fellow Yamaha man, Brown, to take over second. Rastrelli and Hoag still in this fight. Down the long start straight we go. Wienen gave Brown a look, was not able to get by. Hedrick is long gone, back to the battle for second. Here we are. Now it is very hot and humid today, so maybe fatigue will be a factor. Wienen has had to work hard. We know Brown's in pretty good shape. There's no doubt about that, and he is from Texas. Look at Hoag hanging right in there with Rastrelli. He's definitely shown the speed to battle the lead dogs today. Another move by Wienen. Here we go. Big drag race to the inside. I think he's got second. He does. So that's what Chad Wienen does. He manages it so well. 1 lap to go for Hedrick, who has been the fast man the last couple of years, but Wienen has not had a bad race in ages. He has been on the podium overall in every ATV motocross race since he jumped on with Yamaha starting in the 2012 season. And if you're Hedrick, he hasn't been inconsistent, he just has not been as consistent as Wienen. So he's gonna keep on winning. Wienen up to second to minimize the damage. Good battle here. Rastrelli, Hoag, and Janusa. Oh, heel clicker. And we get to see it with the helmet cam. You literally see it and hear those heels click. That was cool. Wait a minute. The engine just shut down for Hedrick. You heard it shut off. He's pushing it across the line. You only got to make it to the base, I believe, to trip the transponder. Is that enough? The rest of the field goes by. But the question is, did he get his machine far enough for this to count? There's the finish line. Flag off to the side. He's now getting a tow. You see that right side, that black flag? I believe that means it's enough to win the moto. What a relief for Hedrick. That machine shut down with about 3 turns to go. We've got to get ready for Moto 2, and now we're hearing that, yes, Hedrick's crew is struggling to get the machine fixed. And also Thomas Brown, we hear, having problems. They got Hedrick to the line. He's going to go racing. And with all the drama, a bad jump for Hedrick. Wienen off to the races with a hole shot. Rastrelli right behind him. Guerrera on the 18 out of Argentina right up there. Hedrick in 4th, trying to move to 3rd. Here in the opening lap. Had to be some nervous moments. Hedrick not able to do the sight lap. And honestly, as a racer right now, whoa, and a bunch of riders tangled, and that includes Janusa, who had that good ride in Moto 1. So it's Wienen out front, Rastrelli and Hetrick third. But I was going to say, see these jumps? Worst case scenario, absolute worst case scenario, is to have an engine let go on the takeoff of one of those jumps. You are going for an endo and probably clearing the jump without your machine. So if you're Hetrick, you just got to hope that thing is fixed. He could not do the sight lap. They held up. They got 2 extra minutes at the start. He held his arm up, and they did give him 2 extra minutes. It took everything they had to get this machine going. Will it hold on? And again, the bad luck for Hetrick falls in the direction of Wienen. Wienen is under fire. Look at Rastrelli running hard in second. And Brandon Hogue having a good run of it. He is right behind Guerrero, the Argentinian, so that'll put him top 5. Great battle. Under the bridge. Now it's going to be a long left-hand turn that will lead them into Gravity Cavity. We'll take it on board with Hetrick. Hetrick now, I think the confidence starting to flow, probably feeling a little bit better about that machine now. He is going after Rastrelli for the number 2 spot. Oh, Thomas Brown. He is out, rolling the machine up to the pits, and he is not happy about it. He's not even attempting to get back on. That must be terminal damage. So the overall podium today wide open. Brandon Hogue sees a mistake from Guerrera, and we'll see in a moment if he's got it. I think he sealed him off. Here's Hetrick trying to get Rastrelli for second. He's on the inside. Takes a look over. He's got him cleared. So we are set for a Wienen versus Hetrick battle for the overall today. How will it play out on a dramatic day here at Unadilla? Stay with us. ATV Motocross is brought to you by Rocky Mountain ATV MC and by Maxxis. It's a Wienen Hetrick Classic here at Unadilla. Brandon Hogue, meanwhile, has a shot at the overall podium today, depending on how his battle for third turns out. Wienen leading Hetrick. Saw him lead him a few races ago at Muddy Creek, and he rode the widest Yamaha YFC 450 you're ever going to see. Hetrick was finally able to find an opening. Let's see how it plays here at Unadilla. Hetrick used this line earlier to get second. Wienen comes right back on him. They bump wheels. They touch again. And Wienen takes a look over, covers the line. Hetrick's got another opening. They leap into Gravity Cavity together. And Hetrick a little quicker on the takeoff as they jump in, and he uses it to get the lead from Wienen. So that was a scare for sure. The bike not running when the moto began. They got it fixed. He's now in the lead. Hogue and Rastrelli having a huge battle for third. And Hogue's got it. That says a lot right there for the rookie, because Rastrelli has had so many podiums the last few years. He is an established player, and Hogue taking it to him in this one. And with Thomas Brown out with his own mechanical problems, I think a 5-3 for Hogue might be enough to get his first ever overall podium. Nick Janusa, remember we saw him tangled up earlier. He's gone from 13th to now 5th, getting around Guerrera. Meanwhile, you hear the salutes from the fans. Joe Hetrick gave them a show today. It appeared the mechanical gremlins were going to get him again. He was just able to coast and then push to the base of the finish line in Moto 1. That was enough there. Took forever to get that machine fixed up and going here in Moto 2. It didn't stop him despite a less than ideal start. He tracked everyone, including Chad Wienen, down. And this is straight up, but the problem is down nearly 30 points coming into this race day. So the 1-1 is going to feel very good. Here it is. But Wienen's going to take the 2-2 to maintain second overall and that points lead, and there it is, Hogue, his first ever podium.
Came out on top. Worst but best day I could have had. It turned out to be really good. I got a 1-1 finish. Moto 2, my clutch didn't feel right, and usually, you know, there's something that I went through that it's loose, so I asked them to check it, missed a sight lap, wasn't loose, so I just didn't touch the clutch really most of the second moto, and it kind of hurt me, but at the end I got used to it and I rode through it and came out on top. I'm so happy to be up here. After the day I've had, this is all worth it. All the stress, everything, you know, the physical labor, it's all worth it. So happy to be up here.
Man, gave it everything I had. I got that whole shot that second moto, and then I started feeling some pressure from Joel, and I was just trying to ride my own race the whole race, and I did. And you know, he was a little bit faster than me today, so I just had to settle for my 2-2 on the day. And you know, huge props to my team and everybody working hard. It's a long one from home, so it's good to come out of here with a podium spot and you know, continue my points lead. And we got a whole shot that second moto, so that's awesome. And you know, I got to thank everybody, the fans, everybody out here getting crazy at Unadilla.
Finished third overall. Felt pretty good in qualifying. I qualified fourth, and I don't know, man. I just had some things go my way and felt pretty good. I'm just on cloud 9 right now, and I really don't know what to say. The day was awesome for me, and I'm hoping to really push forward to Redbud and do it again. But I'd just like to thank everybody. I'm so blessed and thankful, and I don't know, I could cry for a couple hours, but thank you everybody, and we'll push on to Redbud.
Here's the Maxxis race recap before we get to our next race at Redbud. Joel Hetrick, fast qualifier, early lead in Moto 1. The real story was Brandon Hogue up front, but eventually gets bumped wide by Thomas Brown. Chad Wienen coming through, he gets around Rastrelli, and then eventually Brown put his Yamaha in the second, and then Hetrick's engine quits within sight of the finish line right there. He got it far enough up the base of the jump to trip the transponder and still get credit for the Moto win. Moto 2, big battle between Rastrelli and Wienen early. Hetrick clears Rastrelli, then goes after Wienen for the lead. It was not easy, but he eventually put the number 88 Phoenix Racing Honda up front. Hogue and the Corrosion Specialties machine finishes third overall. Your points, 22. The gap between Wienen and Hetrick. There's no doubt that Hetrick was the man today at Unadilla. For everyone at Racer TV, I'm Jason Wygant. Thanks for watching.